Welcome back to the Christmas version of Bits, Crits, and Halfwits. I'm PT, your disaster tour guide, and we're here with all of our wonderful players, and we don't ask questions on this one, we just get right into it. So where we ended up last time, Elliot had reappeared, and you guys had gotten a message to go back to where your path began. By a mysterious person who met Isaac after they killed the god, who met Elliot after they killed the god of hope. So, we'll get everyone introduced. We have Lulin Boldspeaker, played by.
Hi, it's me, Brando.
We have Elliot Burning Oak, played by.
It's Isaac.
We have Lyra Dream Shadow, played by.
Hello, I'm Rosie.
We have News and World Walker, played by.
It's me, the Sky Tea.
And we have Karakareem, played by.
Hello, it's Terminian Link VT.
Alright, without further ado, let's play some D&D, some Bits, Crits, and Halfwits.
The most efficient intro we've ever done in our lives.
Because it's not live.
It's amazing how we can be on track.
Guess what? If the internet crashes, I'm still gonna be recording too. So.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, without further
We
ado.
don't do a local recording every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to add any more for my computer to do during the BCH stream, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Alright. So yeah, you guys are, I believe you hadn't gone to Apud yet. Or you hadn't
No.
gone to Rook's Rest yet.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like we didn't start in a poo. Well, I guess two of us did.
We had talked about it, and it's like we should go to where we all met each other, and then everybody looked at Karak and said, "Except you."
Well, no,
Well-
Lyra said we can try that as a second option.
We can go to Bean World.
Like if it
later.
doesn't work where we think it should, we can go the other place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
we always
first
got-
idea was at the dawn of the campaign. The second was where we met Karak.
Yeah.
We don't have an idea of what the third will be, if we need
Nope.
one of those.
Where they met Nom.
Where
Oh,
they
true.
met
We could go
Nom.
where we met Nom.
Yeah, but that's even less relevant.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, I mean, technically, we're like a hop, skip, and a jump from where we met Nom, because we met Nom in Snipvale.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
In the
Emo was
Barrows.
the third best option.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
we can head there. I feel like I need to like stew on this vision a little bit more. I've got some thoughts, and that's a problem for me specifically.
Well, okay.
Mhm.
I guess let's.
I
Can-
mean,
I
it
could
might be
probably.
a good idea to rest. We've kind of we went on a bar crawl, and then we saw the collapse of Zreya as a government, and then we went to your mother's house, and that was fun. Then we tested out the armor, but we haven't really taken a rest since the like before the bar crawl.
I
Might be a good idea to maybe take a day and then head out there.
agree. Can we please crash at your mom's house?
Yeah, she'll love that. She loves stuff like that. So.
Mhm.
All right, okay, so let's take a little rest and then although actually I kind of am I teleporting us there? If so, maybe I should teleport us first. And then we could take a rest.
I think we could just use the druid stones to like open a door
Yeah.
over there.
Okay,
Attempt
okay, let's
not
do
to
that.
do it inside the house this time, but we did
Right.
do it inside the house last time, so
Yeah, and then I ended up under a sheet for a little bit.
yeah.
That was fun.
It's fun to be under a sheet.
I mean, it's like it's weird. It's weirdly just I don't know how to describe it. It's just very dark.
Yeah.
Listen, there's like at least 1,000 years of me being in a stone for a bit, so like
Any piece
dark-
of fabric feels pretty good. Is like
Yeah.
is like good.
yeah,
Fair enough. Guess I can't argue with that. I've never been stoned for 1,000 years, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, if everyone feels like we need to take a break, I'm fine with that.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll lead us back then. And
Mhm.
we're just gonna walk home.
All right. You lead everyone back to your house. Who's going to sleep? Who's staying up? Who's doing what? Who's keeping watch?
Rock's going to bed early specifically so they can wake up early to see the sunrise because they haven't been able to see it in a while.
Lyra can take first watch. She's not that tired, so
As you
she'll
guys
be
are
watching the
walking back to your house, by the way, these colorful auroras overhead are so bright that they're actually like there's dancing lights on the ground as you walk.
Wow. Can I touch him?
This is beautiful.
Well, I mean, as much as you can touch any other light, you hat with a laser pointer-esque wizard.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's what I wanted.
That's exactly what you need.
This is gonna make.
All right, so Karok's going straight to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Lulu is also going straight to bed.
All right.
Lyra will take first watch.
Susan can stay up with Lyra.
Elliot?
Sorry, had to mute. He'll take a nap.
Okay.
He will
Did you
take a nap.
see my message to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Just had to be sure. All right. Everybody goes to bed, leaving Nuzin and Lyra awake and alone for pretty much the first time since Lyra's come back to life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't intentionally put us in this very tense situation or anything.
Well, I'm gonna let you take it away with this very tense situation you definitely didn't intentionally put yourselves in.
So, how are you doing?
I mean, not great, but okay, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It all just, I feel like there's not really time to, it's just, it's time to go, and not think about anything. So,
Yeah, I feel that.
yeah.
Part of me was like, do we really need to even rest at this point? It kind of feels like every day we wake up to a new disaster.
Yeah.
Like, sleeping is gonna be the thing that starts the end of the world, you know?
Well, hopefully not.
I mean, I guess we're headed that way either whether we sleep or not. Just
Right. But how are you then?
I kind of the same. I'm doing as well as I can. I haven't really had a chance to process the fact that you're back. I mean, it wasn't that long of a time, I guess, but you were dead and we had to deal with that, and for you it was like thousands of years. A
Yeah,
thousand?
it was a really long
Yeah.
time.
Um I guess I understand why you had to do that, but
I think it was the only way.
yeah. I mean I get it logically, just I don't know, was it a hard decision to make?
In some ways, but not in other ways. You know?
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't want to leave you all, but I knew.
Rosie, your mouth isn't opening when you talk.
Oh, hello. Oh,
It's been like that for like weeks.
Oh,
I
really?
just didn't. Yeah.
I just never noticed until right
I
now.
don't know.
I have
Oh,
nothing
it's
else
because
to.
it's okay.
Yeah, you have to set your mic, I
Yeah, it
think, every
was.
time you open it because it gets angy.
Well, I haven't been doing that so
Mm.
clearly. So,
All right, back to the
Um,
angst I so rudely interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and at the time I didn't really. I mean, I knew that I wouldn't be gone long for you guys, but I didn't really understand how long I'd be gone for me.
Yeah.
It was kind of a surprise. And like I don't know, I've never even imagined that much time. It's kind of hard to even understand how long that is. But
Yeah. I guess you didn't really have like the ability to like let us know in any way that you were okay. It was, I mean,
no. I mean, I was dead, so
well, I mean, you were, but Lulin technically revived you like right away, but your soul didn't come back, which,
yeah.
you know, was a choice that was hard to grapple with since we didn't really know why.
Well, well, I'm sorry for what it's worth. I'm sorry for worrying you guys.
Yeah, I mean, well, like I said, I understand, logically why you had to do it, why we have to do everything that we're doing. We can't just let the world end.
Well,
I mean,
that's
I guess,
that's not really why I did it.
yeah. Then why?
Well, because I wanted you guys to be okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, okay, I guess everyone's kind of working in that same
But
direction.
like I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe this makes me kind of a bad person, but I care a lot more what happens to you guys than I do what happens to the world.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that makes you a bad person.
Mhm.
Everyone kind of has to you act from your own like perspective of things. Um yeah, I get it.
And I'm
It's
just,
just yeah.
you think you think we're all gonna make it out of this?
I'm I don't know, honestly. I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mean, depending on what happened with Elliot and Roran, whether he's making it out of this the way we know him. I mean, he's already been pretty incensed about what's happening to Alrond. And I mean, if he becomes a god, the same thing's gonna happen to him. So,
Yeah.
and
Sometimes I don't understand why we have to be the heroes.
yeah, it's a burden that kind of got placed on us from being in maybe the wrong place at the wrong time, I guess.
That should be like
Oh,
our motto. Wrong place, wrong
oh,
time.
always in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I don't know. I don't think I could live with it if I didn't do everything possible to try and stop what's happening. Especially because, like, I kind of accidentally invited the what's like the wolf into the sheep's pen, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But it's not your fault. It's not any of our fault. It's just these forces more powerful than any of us can imagine are just turning around and fighting each other, and we're just little ants on the anthill.
Yeah. I just feel, I don't know, stupid sometimes. Like I keep making deals with the worst people. I've had basically everybody we've ever fought against in my head, so um that's not great. I'm still not like completely convinced that destroying Spectra is the right way to go about things, but
I honestly
I
don't know either. I mean, once we thought that Rorin was the most evil,
yeah, big thing out there, exactly. I mean, every time we pick a target, it feels like it's wrong. And I'm just kind of thinking about the wording of things. Like, I understand what I saw, but I'm wondering if, like, the vision itself was, like, maybe a message? Like, if the message that's being conveyed to Astra Leone is also true for us. Because Spectra is kind of a neutral party, and, like, you know, their biggest benefit is just the world not being completely destroyed because they need people to jump around in, right?
Right.
And like the way he phrased it to Astra Leone when he said it is that one little push and you wouldn't even need your army. And in the vision, I was like actively there. So you would think that he would phrase it, one little push and you didn't even need your army, right? Because
Oh,
it
I
had
see.
already happened in the vision.
Oh,
And I've just been playing that moment over and over again. It's
is it
speaking,
possible it wasn't after?
it's possible that none of it was like an actual future vision, but more of like Spectra, like promising Astra Leone things. But I'm wondering if the advice that he gave to Astra Leone is true for us as well. So what he's saying is like, oh, we can manipulate their generals, our generals, to turn against each other. But who's to say we couldn't do the same thing in Astra Leone's legions? I mean, we literally just fought 3 of those demons, devils, whatever.
Both of you roll me intelligence. Just
Oh,
God.
good.
intelligence and advantage.
Is it straight intelligence or is it any like skill? Because
Whatever skill gives you the highest modifier for an intelligence roll.
Okay.
Oh boy,
sick.
let me look and
Well,
see.
actually, they're both Arcana or History.
So
Is there
not
one...
Arcana. History would be better than Arcana.
Cool.
Do I have anything intelligence based?
I got you.
At advantage, Rosie.
Oh, at advantage. Very
Oh,
nice.
wow. Alright, let's see. Do I have anything intelligence
Still didn't roll that
based?
good, but that's okay.
Nope, I don't. I don't have any bonuses in anything.
Newton, I will give you a 1d6 because this is something relative to what you have already said. You can
Okay,
you can add a d6
Well,
to your fucking
inspiration.
roll.
Alright, I'm just gonna do a straight intelligence ability check. You said plus a 1d6.
Yes.
1d6. Okay. Oh!
22. You both
This was a 19!
Nice.
You both
Thank God.
find yourselves circling back to that same sentence that Newsom said earlier. Every time you've aimed at a target, you've been aiming at the wrong thing. Like, for some reason, the more you think about it, Newson, and you think about whether it could have happened or has already happened or didn't happen, you kind of just start drifting back to that one phrase. Something rings more true to it than you realize. I'm not going to tell you what, but that's your hint.
Hmm. But, like, what's the wrong target? Every time we choose one, it just doesn't seem right. And that's why I'm like, is Spectra the wrong target or are they the right target?
Okay, Newson, I'll give you an extra piece because you rolled so well on your intelligence roll.
What about my 24?
This you always roll 24s. You're smart.
You're
Newson's
smart
not.
all the time. I'm only smart sometimes.
Newson, every time you've chosen a target, you've been wrong. But have you actually chosen any of your targets, or have they been chosen for you?
Because it was all of, well, yeah, I guess it was if Astral Leone was always pulling the strings, including with Velkin. Velkin was the one that pointed us in all of our early directions.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess technically we've never really chosen our target. Someone has always told us, pointed us in a direction and told us where to go.
Mm.
And
Kinda...
when we were after Roarin, it was the same thing, right? And even now, Astral Leone, or up until, we kind of understood what was going on, Astral Leone was also goading that on. So.
So then maybe we finally got the right one now that we've landed on him. If he was always the
Maybe.
one pointing us in the direction.
Yeah, I mean, can you choose the wrong target if it's the person that's telling you to pick targets?
It seems pretty solid to me. I don't know.
Yeah. But I'm wondering if that means we need to not get distracted with destroying Spectra.
Right.
And I'm still not convinced that we can't sow a little discord amongst the demons and make them fight each other more than they're fighting us.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Um,
Especially maybe if we reach out to some of our friends.
right, didn't Elliot's uncle have a demon friend?
Yeah, he did. That's true. Yeah. He summoned him when we were fighting the other ones, and then he didn't
Yeah.
really get to do too much. But,
Yeah.
it could be that the same discord that could be sown amongst our own armies could also be sown amongst them. And the big difference there being that they don't have any moral compunctions the same way normal mortal people do, it seems. At least.
Yeah. Maybe they have like immoral compunctions or something. I don't know.
It's possible. It's just something to think on. I don't know. Maybe
Right.
we can pose it to the rest of the group, see how they feel about it tomorrow. But just something I was mulling over.
Yeah.
Trying to be useful in other ways besides just hitting things really well.
You're always useful in other. You're useful in every way.
I try
All
to
the
be.
ways.
I appreciate it. Sometimes I don't feel that way, but
Well, that's not right.
like I said, feel like I keep inviting wolves. Well, I shouldn't say wolves because we have a wolf in our den. Lions, maybe.
Yeah.
I keep inviting the wrong people into our spaces, and
Well,
it
I
makes
don't
me
think
feel
that's
like I should stop making decisions sometimes. But,
Damn
well,
it.
I don't think that's fair. We didn't. We couldn't have known. We were in bad spots, you know.
yeah. Is everything okay, PT?
My Domino's Pizza just called me and said they don't have any drivers, so they can't do delivery, so they had to cancel my order, and I'm sad about it.
Oh,
That's terrible.
I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't something like recording. before we
Right, like, oh, we
continued.
stopped recording.
No,
Like-
no. I mean, did you, Sky, did you already see the picture of my car in the fucking channel chat?
I did. What happened?
Black ice happened on a hill, and I slid sideways into a guy whose car was parked in a no parking zone.
Oh, well.
So,
I mean,
turns out I'm not liable for his car.
yeah, because he was parked in a no parking zone. That's rough for him.
Having said that, I only carry liability insurance, so I still have to figure out my car on my own fucking dime.
Oof.
It is what it is. Honestly, my insurance would probably total it anyways. It's a 10-year-old car with that much damage. They'd probably total it either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they total it,
Yeah.
which is kind of useless to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Well, fuck. Now I have to figure out new dinner plans, but we'll keep rolling along.
Okay. Well.
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, you should get some rest because we need rest, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Did we decide who else was gonna be up and at 'em tonight, or were we just hanging out and now we're all going to bed at once?
Yeah, I think that's. I'll wake someone up if we want someone, you know, like awake.
Yeah, just in case, like I said, the world starts ending suddenly.
Exactly.
Gotta have someone on the horn for that.
Yeah, that's true.
No pun intended.
I'm not gonna wake up Elliot though. I feel like he just falls asleep again every time.
That's true. He doesn't take it very seriously, does he?
Yeah, I'll wake up Lulin for the next watch.
All right.
We'll go for the third round.
Lulin, are you just back in your spot on the floor?
Comfortable floor.
Yeah. If there was nowhere designated for Lulin to sleep, Lulin would have found some blankets and then just snuggled up on the floor.
Hell yeah, brother.
Up on the floor.
All right.
So yeah, after an appropriate amount of time for a watch.
Mm-hmm.
2 hours.
We'll wake up. Yeah.
All right.
Should wake up Lulin. Lulin, wake up. Watch time. Sorry, your watch. I know, I'm sorry. I know, I'm sorry. It's watch time. You love watches.
Lulin, as you, I'm assuming, like, sit up, still blankets all around you.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to do in particular on your watch?
I was gonna say, as soon as Lyra and Newsom go to bed, Elliot's getting up.
He's like, I feel like I've been slandered and I need to wake up now.
I think while Lulin's on watch, he's gonna start a pot of tea.
All right. Almost as if drawn by the
Elliot's
tea.
definitely up then.
Yeah, almost as if drawn by the tea. Lulin, you turn around as Elliot walks into the room, looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
You look at Lulin, his hair
Plus
is
or
all
minus a tail.
yeah, his hair is all disheveled. He's looking like a comfortable mess. He's just morning.
Good morning. You ready?
No.
Drink some tea. That'll help.
Yeah, it got a minute or two left. I like mine. I like mine steeped a little bit more longer. Make it a little bit more stronger. How's your trance?
It is what it is. I've just been thinking.
Yeah, wanna talk about it?
Well, I've been thinking about names. They have a lot of power.
Lulu's gonna chuckle. What are you expecting?
I don't know about expecting, but I've definitely been thinking. I mean, I'm gonna need a new one, right?
Yeah, or maybe not. I mean,
It would be disingenuous to sell a lily as a rose.
yes, but it would be disingenuous in your character to go parallel with the others.
Explain your meaning.
Well, you've always been kind of, well, from the moment I've learned things about you, you've gone against your government. You've gone against, the latter half of your family, and you found better ones, and you've cut up the rest. You're not quite like, you know, you're not like the status quo. You're you.
And
You're
yet,
you're unique. You
and
have
yet I've
already
done
created.
exactly what Astro Leon asked me to do. I
Mm.
killed Hope.
So, what names were you thinking?
Well, there's a few, but I mean, Eros just it has that ring to it.
It is. You know what? Pretty good.
Of course, I've also been considering Eleron. It's a little closer to my current name, but its roots go back to being the highest around. The It feels disingenuous.
Let me put some wisdom on you. In Minotaur culture, whenever we pass, it is our names are important because it is what we've accomplished. It's what gives us our namesake and it what brings us generations to theirs. It's legacy. But it's also how we are remembered. I've inherited my name Bold Speaker, as to Nuzin has inherited or created her name as World Walker. And for such, we will be, well, for now, we will be remembered as such as Bold Speaker and World Walker.
Maybe you need to think of a new name too.
Well, I know what my new name is going to be.
Oh,
Kindred Bold Speaker doesn't roll off the tongue quite nicely, so
true.
I'm going um I'm going immediately against my father's wishes and taking her name.
Yeah, it's all right.
Once that time arrives. That was set in stone years ago. But it's also something to consider. What name lies at the end of this path, and what do you want to be remembered by? Who do you want to be remembered as? I will always remember you as Elliot. You will always be Elliot. You will always be the wolf to, battle out the best stick. You'll always be my favorite tea partner. I can remember you so many things.
I truly hope you will.
I mean,
But
Loon's gonna reach into his pack and pull out the bone that always smells like meat. I mean, I'm, if anything, one to keep trinkets very close by to my heart. And he's gonna put it away. I will.
good.
I will, Elliot. And I've appreciated and loved everything that you've done so far. Even if we've all made the same mistakes on killing the wrong people or the right people, or sending to the hand for the right person or the wrong person, we did it together. And if we're gonna be stupid, we're gonna be stupid together. All that matters in the
part's
end.
inevitable now.
All that matters in the end is we do the right thing for the citizens of this realm and them to come.
You've always been an inspiration, Llewyn. Your sense of right and wrong. I've always been envious of it.
Unfortunately, it's, I won't say unfortunately, it is one of the very few good qualities I've taken it from my father. I would say about the only one.
Well, good thing you get to, I guess I wouldn't say pick, but mold our future selves.
It's like a tree. Our future selves grow naturally. You can shape it, you can bend it however you want, but it's still going to go towards the sky.
Unless it's in the cave.
Or unless if some asshole chops it down, then,
That's also true.
fingers crossed, you just hope you crush them.
Yeah,
Alright. I think tea should be ready.
perfect. I believe I interrupted. You were saying something before I brought up the power of names. As Elliot pulls and starts drinking the tea.
I don't believe.
No
If I
cream,
was
no
there-
sugar, no nothing.
No.
Nah, not a damn
Just
chance.
raw dogging a cup of tea.
Yeah.
You ate
Well,
raw dog
yeah,
a cup
some-
of tea before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love
good
sugar
tea,
and
brother.
cream and everything that makes drinks taste better.
My
Yeah.
hot take is that cream only makes coffee and tea worse. Like, it's direct downhill.
I have to disagree.
The
with
only
you about
saving
coffee.
grace is if
Yeah.
coffee has been burnt to shit. At which point, cream will bring it back up to bad.
Also, milk tea exists, and so I can't agree with you on either of those things.
Yeah,
'Cause I
milk
love
teas are
milk
great.
tea.
It
I'm not
it
a fan of
depends.
milk
It
teas,
depends.
so
Ah,
It depends on whether or not you're having flavored coffee and or flavored creamer.
Oh.
It also depends on the type of tea you're drinking.
Mm-hmm.
flavored. Does it come in anything other than burnt
Lulin,
beans? I don't
are you
understand.
drinking your
no,
tea
the
like
flavored
an...
creamer.
Lulin, are you drinking
I
your
see.
tea like a saint person?
Yes.
Does
Cool.
come in any
Dogged.
flavor but burnt bean?
I mean, there are like some notes there. Sometimes you
are.
get floral, sometimes you get herbal. But I will agree with
Yeah,
you
but,
that
like,
Mostly
it-
it's burnt bean.
yeah, it's mostly burnt bean. People will try to be like, ooh, there's like campfire notes there. It's like, no, that's ash. That's burnt. That's what you've done.
That's Ash.
Guys,
No, it's
notorious for
log.
burnt.
Yeah.
Guys, new DM player strategy to troll your friends in a D&D game. Use prestidigitation to make their tea taste like random shit.
You monster.
What does that coffee taste like? It literally tastes like beans. I don't know why I ordered this.
That's okay. That's such an incredible idea. Is that you can make it like you can use prestidigitation to make a drink taste like it's poisoned.
Oh god, you could ruin a royal's reputation, make them seem paranoid.
Hey, Brando.
Yeah.
I'm playing a bard soon, a political intrigue campaign. Shut the fuck up and just let me do my thing.
I was just giving you the idea.
Don't give away Barney's secrets.
Yeah, you can't give away Barty's secrets. Although I did have a great line. I did have a great line for Barty come up, Sky.
Oh,
That I
boy.
want to work in somehow. I want to get someone thrown in prison.
That won't be hard.
E.T.,
So that I can tell
I
them,
swear to God, your bard's name is Barty.
yeah, it's Bartholomew Bristleback the Third.
Bartholomew.
Barty the Bard.
That's pretty good.
He's a hedgehog.
That's so
Do you go-
cute.
I feel like, yeah, carry on.
Yeah, you feel like you want to be mad about it, but you can't because it works out logically.
I think, and this is just because I've been watching How I Met Your Mother recently, that a better name would have been Barney the Bard.
No.
Because
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. Well,
I-
Bartholomew could go to Barney.
I see your logic, Elliot, and yeah, Elliot, Isaac. I see your logic, Isaac, and I'm here for it.
You can be as here for it as you want. It's Barty the fucking Bard.
He's been Barney the Bard for months.
It's been almost a
Yeah, no,
year,
I
I dare say.
understand
But most importantly, the line I want to drop, Sky, is, I don't know, say I'm getting somebody thrown in prison for 15 years just to say, I'm about to take 15 years of your life away for hurting my friends. And if you come back, I'll take the rest of it.
Damn.
Ooh.
He's doing violence.
Which is really funny because he's a pacifist.
He's a pacifist. Yeah.
Listen, just because you're a pacifist doesn't mean you can't say scary things.
Exactly.
Anyways, Lulin and Elliot, are you going to sleep and we can just call that, like, Karak can wake up for the sunrise and that'll be third watch?
I mean,
Yeah.
Elliot's not
Or-
going to sleep, but Lulin can.
Are we just
So-
sipping tea for the rest of our time?
Yes. Why, yes.
Lou will finish his cup of tea. I recommend think on it. What do you want to be remembered as? Or you also have the power to be whoever the hell you want to be. If you want to just be Elliot, be Elliot.
Simply
You are-
God yourself.
You are, in my opinion, perfect in the way you are.
That's fair.
Lulin's gonna stand up, put his cup upside down. He's gonna ruffle your head. He's gonna go back into his corner. He's gonna collapse on the floor. Mind waking up Karak.
Yeah, I'll wake up Karak.
Appreciate it, bud.
As Elliot goes over it.
Thank goodness.
Karak, you're waking up from the chainsaw noises before Elliot ever gets there.
Oh,
Alright,
Nice.
watch time.
oh, wonderful. Just in time to hopefully see the sunrise. I haven't seen that in at least a couple days now.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be the first one where it's been like this, and Karak kind of gestures to the sky. I mean, I don't, unless this happens normally, but I doubt. Based on how you reacted when you first met me and were in my home, I don't think this is as normal as you all. I don't think this is normal here, which means that this
You
will be a
gesture
very
to the
fun one
sky.
see.
We're inside.
You can still gesture to where the sky is. You know where the sky is. Excuse you.
Elliot's like,
Elliot
"That's
is looking at the
ceiling,
ceiling and is
idiot."
very confused. like he's like, I thought you guys had buildings.
He's
I mean,
taking
what's
everything
outside the-
very literally.
I mean, what's outside the building, Elliot?
You guys
in
have
that
skies
direction.
too, right?
Yes, but the sky has been looking very different since whatever happened.
Elliot, I feel like you talking about it this way is Elliot's way of kind of joking around the fact that you can see the lines of magic in the sky through the ceiling right now. And that's probably a little bit
yeah.
horrifying.
Just a river of magic. That's fine.
Several of them clashing and crashing against each other.
It really doesn't help that Karak looks like a big bundle of lines of magic with his armor. Probably looks like a big knot if you can see magic lines right now. It's like one wrong move.
No, you can only see the ones in the sky.
Okay.
Because
that's
they
good.
are
That's good.
they are leagues and bounds above the level of power in your armor.
Makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna go and find a place to see the sun come up. Would you like to join me?
Of course.
Lovely. Krok's going to find a place somewhere close by, so that way it's still a watch, but somewhere that they can see the sun rise up from.
Hey, Karak,
Yes.
how many hours do you think you would sit here before you'd start getting concerned that it hasn't?
Probably that depends. How far away is sunrise supposed to be?
Just 2 hours.
I'd probably say 4 hours because
Okay.
2 hours is like, oh, maybe there's something. Maybe we just had some shorter like rests or whatever, like after the first hour, and then as it gets closer, it's like, okay, this is starting to seem a bit silly. What's going on?
Isaac, what about you?
Uh,
How good of a vibe would he have about when the sun is supposed to come up?
Coincidentally, you have kind of, along with that increased awareness and that ability to see powerful magic, you seem to know exactly when the sun was supposed to rise, and your body is almost instinctually aware that something is wrong the minute it doesn't.
Seems.
That's a problem.
And then 2 hours later, Karak agrees with you.
You know what? You know what? I think it's a problem. I thought you were crazy at first, but
Like, I wanted to give everything the benefit of the doubt, but I'm starting to agree with you.
About time I
Like,
told you that it was weird.
I
I know
I
I
mean-
haven't had the best sense of time before, but
no, it's not that.
I
It's
also
more
think
just-
they moved that dinner up for the record.
The rest of you are also beginning to wake up to realize that it is still dark out. But not dark out. That kind of weird light, not light. It's like almost like the light of a full moon. That kind of like level of light outside.
I assume we're all kind of gathering together in some place at this point.
Well, I mean, they're all in the living room, just talking about
Okay.
it.
Then we'll go to the living room.
Luton's asleep on the floor.
Guys, is it like much earlier than I think it is, or is there something wrong?
or is it perpetual night?
It hasn't turned morning yet. I haven't seen the sunrise, and I expected that about 2 hours ago.
Great.
And
Maybe
then I
this
decided
is-
to give it some time because I don't know, something weird was happening with the sky earlier. Maybe it's like an overcast day or something like that. But no, this doesn't seem right at all. Ooh.
Maybe this is just some weird, cruel prank on Karak. Karak, put on this blindfold.
God, you know what? Sure. And Karak's just gonna put on a
Stop
blind.
looking
It would be a
at the
little
sky, it will
funny.
be daytime.
God, you are fucking
Listen,
optimistic, but no, that does not make the sun rise.
Karak's just like, listen, it would be a really funny joke though. It really would. Like, not like the jokes that I thought were jokes earlier that were just like hazing. Which I think I might have completely. Did I make up the haze? As Karak is like going through like, was that part of his false memories, the hazings from the other hunters? It's like, was that fake too?
Someone
Eh, it
said you
probably
needed
doesn't
to
matter.
go through some shit, I guess.
The god
Someone
most
said that
likely
I-
to make the god most likely to play that prank on you is literally standing in front of you.
Well, okay, it didn't work. You can take the blindfold off.
Okay. Croc just takes off the blindfold and is just like, okay, so not a prank. Darn, I really needed a good laugh. Um, so I guess if the sun isn't going to be joining us, I guess we can maybe it might be a good idea to I don't know, go on. It's not like we can control the sun. Okay, there's a lot of silence here, and now I'm worried that one of you can control the sun. That's up.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I can't. I do have. I mean,
Yeah, I'm getting very, I'm
Well-
getting very nervous, Lulin.
I mean, if we want to go to a different plane to see a different sun, I might be able to do. I don't know.
can't control the sun,
You
but I
want-
do know the spell daylight.
Try that.
Maybe
Actually, wait,
that
no.
would-
Maybe save it. Maybe save it. We
Yeah,
might need it more later.
Also,
Yeah.
I should probably go ahead and activate that. I wanted to wait until after we had gone through all the rest. Make sure we didn't have exhaustion
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
everybody can long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think mine is all good, but I guess I can do a little.
Do it anyway, just in case.
Yeah.
Is there like Rock's just like trying to think of anything that could be stopping the goddamn sun from coming
Well,
up.
maybe we should go
End of
talk
the
to.
world, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe we should go
Remember-
talk to whoever we need to talk to.
Yeah, maybe we should go do the thing that we were supposed to do, which is go back to where it began.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then maybe the snow.
Was right. The moment we slept, something else happened. Something else bad. Now the sun's not rising.
Maybe. Yeah, but it probably. Maybe it didn't change. Maybe this. Yeah, but I feel like this happened before, and we just didn't know that it happened until now.
Also, I mean, it's probably important that we stay well rested. I mean, if we're going to be having a fight later down the line, which seems like what our plan is, I would much rather be well rested for that fight than go in half asleep and about to, just take a nap on someone's blade.
They'd have to have a really sharp blade.
I mean, the pointy end, the bit at the very end is usually very, like, if you just fall asleep while standing up and you fall over, you could probably just. Sorry, I don't know. Brain's just not braining right now. Like, so there's like a reset thing where my brain is just like.
That was said like a man who has watched someone fall asleep and impale themselves.
I mean, to be fair, we don't know what happened in all those back when he was an asshole. We don't know the extent.
It would blow my
See,
mind
I'm
if
just-
Belkinbara managed to kick the gods out of the plane with soldiers who fall asleep and kill themselves.
No,
Maybe
the
the
other,
gods
the
had
other group.
soldiers that fell asleep and killed themselves.
Because the gods were overworking them.
Yep.
Belkinbara wouldn't let them rest. Or Belkinbara wouldn't let the other soldiers rest. But yes, one way or another, we were going to have to rest at some point. It's good that we've rested now before we go on this next leg of the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so I really don't like the energy that's happening right now. Like, am I like forgetting something obvious, or am I just what's going on?
Well, hope is dead, so sunrises might be related to that. I don't know.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the best bet is we walk outside of this building and we go to the place where it began, wherever that might be.
Somewhere.
Yeah. I think that seems good. That seems like a good plan.
Yeah.
Plus, it's been a long time since we've been back to Rook's Rest, so
Yeah.
Be my first
it'd be
time.
interesting to see what state it's in. Do you think they still have issues with baby mimic coins?
Baby mimic coin.
I hope not. We fixed that.
There's no
I don't know. I would not put it past the kobolds to go back and continue that problem.
Yeah, maybe.
baby mimic coins. That is.
Pretty sure it was
fascinating.
pretty profitable.
Yeah, I'm sure it was
I mean-
profitable for them.
There's like a part of me that feels like that would be a really good idea to like if you have just one of them amongst like a whole gold hoard pile. So that way, if anybody tries to steal it, they have a non-zero chance of getting caught with a mimic. And then, you know?
They were using the coins to buy things, and then
Oh, so it wasn't like a defensive measure. It was okay.
no,
So they were faking currency.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were
Pretty serious
literally stacked up in a
crimes.
trench coat.
In a trench coat?
Yeah, like a long coat that covered them almost fully. They stacked up
I mean-
3 high to pretend to be a person,
I mean, I guess
like a humanoid, I guess.
I hate to say this, but I feel like that would actually work on me because I would just see that and be like, well, that's just a very tall man.
That's fine.
It
Worked
worked
on them.
on a lot
Worked
of
on them
people.
too.
Yeah,
Till Newson ripped their hood off.
yeah, I did throw one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a brief moment early on in the campaign when we also thought that she crushed one.
But I didn't.
But
I
you
crushed
didn't.
The mimic.
You did.
I can't believe you crushed that.
God, what a 3-year callback.
That is a 3-year callback.
Oh my god. Alright, let's go.
Yep.
Back to where it began. You all lead the way, because I don't know where that is.
Open sesame. Do you think we'll walk out in the cellar of the tavern as she like holds up her druid stone to open a door?
You will
I mean,
now that
probably
you
should
thought
have.
about it.
Yeah.
I know exactly.
As a root portal rips out of the ground right outside the front door.
Perfect. News will just cruise through.
Samesies.
You come out into the tavern and immediately bonk your head on the rafters.
Ugh.
God.
You are immediately
room is so
followed by
small.
Lulin, who both bonks his head and shoves you into the next rafter.
Ah,
Double
fuck.
bonk.
The rest of you come out just fine.
Group. Yeah.
How's it looking here? Is it dusty? Is it well used?
The basement is empty.
Oh, there's nothing stored in the
There's
cellar?
There's nothing here.
Oh. Well, who's going to the stairs? That's weird.
Elliot's having a look around. It is kind of weird for nothing to be down here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this whole city didn't even exist. It was all faked by Astraleon. As she
Yeah,
like
they have-
tries to push on the fucking, she's like mumbling to herself, conspiratorially as she tries to push the like basement door or cellar doors open.
Man, they had so much space for activities down here.
Not
No,
really.
they didn't.
You say
Are
that,
the-
and Lulin's going to pick you up and bonk your head off of one of the rafters. You tell me if there's enough room.
Ouch.
As you head upstairs, the building is entirely empty. There was not
No
a chair,
furniture.
no furniture, The
Is there even
floor
a
doesn't.
bar
The
here?
floor doesn't even have floorboards on it. It is just packed dirt.
Upstairs from the basement we were just in.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
It's a dirt floor.
Yeah, like
Like
the
packed
basement
dirt. Like the basement's dug into the floor. Dug into the floor. The basement has bracings. The basement is as you remember it, but everything about the building has been stripped away.
oh,
This is strange.
Does Elliot notice anything? Like when he's investigating?
Roll me investigation.
I'd love to, boss. Actions. I mean, it does look like the game is paused. I don't know if that prevents rolls, but
It shouldn't.
great.
That's ridiculous. You rolled
You
a
rolled a 4.
You got a
Still
I
21.
really wanted to investigate.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
plus
Okay.
plus
You
5.
can ask me
Still
3
feeling-
questions.
Was what we saw before likely an illusion?
No.
Has it been empty for long?
Yes. At least a year.
Does it look like anyone died here?
Depends. Which set of eyes are you looking with?
Look with your special eyes. You're always
My
looking for
friend.
ghosts, really. He can see ghosts.
That's
Man's a
Who
ghost
knows?
boy.
Oh my god.
You see
Ghostbusters.
after images of violence. Of some sort of force that you realize as you're looking at its magic is Velkambara, likely after he got his body restored, going through this town and erasing everything in it.
Well, that's rough.
But it's an after image you can follow.
Well, guys, I have good news and bad news.
Okay, bad news.
I have no good news.
Oh.
The bad
Good.
news is the second bad news.
Oh no.
Oh no!
everything.
The
Everything
second
else
bad
is
news.
just gone. I haven't been outside yet, but
Well, what's-
there are like
second
walls
bad
on
news?
this building. Yeah, like I
Mhm.
can't just like see outside.
Yeah, there are no windows in the frames though.
Okay, so what's going
I-
on?
suspect it's not just this building.
It's just
Yeah.
as empty.
The feeling in the rest of the town feels just as bad. Feels like Velkin had something to do with it. He wanted to hide something here. I don't know what yet.
Rock kind of freezes up when you say Velkin again.
This is where we
Like,
first
not-
met him.
Kind of freezes up. Not in the I am scared because I don't think that I am strong enough to go against them, but in the it has been years since like I have worked under this man and seen what they can do, and I have not yet gotten over the fact that they're supposed to be dead. Like there's still a boogeyman in good Karak's mind.
Belkin to each of the party members. To Karak, the worst thing that ever happened to me. To Nuzin, a persistent pain in my ass.
Elliot, who?
That's that blue guy, right?
Was that,
That's the guy.
was that
That's the guy who kept
the
punching me.
sword or
That's the guy who
no,
punched me
no,
and
he
said it
wasn't
was all my
sword.
fault, and I didn't understand any of it. Lyra, hey, I slit that guy's throat.
Hey, I killed that guy.
So what are you guys doing?
Newton's throwing open the front doors to the tavern to see what the rest of the town looks like.
As you throw open the front doors to the tavern and step out, you see that the rest of the town Well, the first thing you notice is that there's not even an echo in response to the sound of you throwing these doors open. As they just clack, and it's silent as you step out into this empty street. It looks more than empty, it looks frozen. Does that kind of make sense? Like, there's just a persistent, like, feeling that nothing has moved here in some time.
Like, are there, like, people frozen in place?
No, there's nothing
the way
here.
My vision.
No.
Okay.
You are still very much in this world.
Okay.
Are there plants?
There are plants, but they are not blowing in any sort of breeze, even though you can feel one.
He's gonna go futz with the plant. Like,
Okay. Should I clarify
can
that
he interact with the plant?
And clarify real quick for me, Newson.
in my vision last time you described it as like silent in terms of that I couldn't hear the rustling of like leaves from the world tree despite that being an ever-present sound.
Ooh!
And like I could hear my own footsteps, but I could
In
not,
terms
like,
of that, yes. In terms of that, yes, it does feel very similar.
Okay.
It's got that same kind of almost after effect of something. You don't know what, but
Yeah.
I understand now. Yes, that is. Yeah, as you fuck with the plant, as you like move the branches, they just stay where you leave them.
Elliot is gonna cast. It's nice and early in the day. I feel like I should use up one of my highest level spell slots.
Yeah.
Great.
As one does.
Yeah.
So he could do remove curse. No. We go in anti-magic field.
Oh.
How wide of an area is that around you?
It's not necessarily around me, is it? It's 10-foot sphere around me. You're right.
So it's a 10-foot sphere, so probably enough to just catch this tree.
Yeah.
So as you cast this anti-magic field, the first thing you notice as it begins to expand out from you is as it goes to the grass begins to move around you, begins to move very quickly as if you're watching something blowing in the breeze at like 100 times speed. And then begins to brown and die.
Oh.
And then it begins to, by the time that the anti-magic field hits the tree and the branches and the leaves begin to do the same thing, before turning brown and beginning to fall off, the grass is dead and gone and only a bare dirt patch remains. You draw the conclusion relatively quickly that whatever magic is holding here is holding it in time because it will seemingly rapidly progress through time if it is not being held.
Love the idea of any of the other characters seeing this and just being like, Elliot just destroyed all life in that area. What the fuck?
That is exactly what it looks like to the rest of you.
Sphere of disintegrate.
A sphere of just death.
Well, can Lyra tell what this spell is though? Because we've seen him cast anti-magic field before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell. I don't think he's being particularly subtle about it.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. So what do we think that means?
Nothing good.
Well, I mean, Elliot used to use Finger of Death, so I guess like that's just an expansion of Finger of Death. Like, is that what happened,
that's anti-magic field. Clearly, you see the hand motions.
Oh right, that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bad Karok was at the beginning of that during that fight. So I only I still have to recall that right now.
Is Elliot's
Okay.
anti-magic field hand motion just like shooing the magic away?
Dad, go on,
It
get
is
out of
now.
here.
Get
It is now.
Go on, get
get
Get out of here.
back, you vermin.
Hey. Okay, so Karaka's just mentally adding to like the web of magic in their head, just like shooing motion, anti-magic.
You can scare the magic
You
away.
can
That's how
scare
you
it
do
away.
it.
Okay.
Elliot, as you stand up to begin like making your way back to the group, finishing your observations, you look down and notice something. New grass is sprouting from the ground.
Interesting. When the anti-magic field drops, does that grass freeze?
It does.
We should probably see how far this goes. I'll be right back, as Elliot just heads towards the edge of town.
Nope.
We can help. Oh, he's gone.
Okay. Should we
It's not like
like?
he's running. He's just like, casual walk. He's walking with his, his pet owl and his pet Pegasus.
Well, wait. Should we
His
check something?
9-foot horse.
You want us
And his
to check like
horse.
other parts
And his
of
pony.
His pony that doesn't like you currently.
Yeah, can I ride your pony? I'll go to the other side of the town and we can see how big it is.
Elliot,
I mean,
that's really up to
Please.
him.
And then you'd have
He
the.
doesn't like
usual.
me.
Shadow Gleam
Can't you
huffs.
tell him I'm cool?
Shadow Gleam huffs
Oh.
unenthusiastically.
Can't you tell him I'm chill? He probably values your opinion.
I don't think it's gonna matter what I say.
What?
This is clearly a lie.
Right. Come on. Listen, you guys are good friends. He obviously values your opinion. You need to stop being so hard on yourself.
I value his opinion more. He can make his
No,
own
he values
decisions.
your opinion.
Hey
And
Elliot,
so you
was
should
that a lie?
Back me up a little bit.
No, I think that's the truth. Like Elliot, he's not gonna make Shadow Gleam do his own thing.
Yeah, but you know I'm chill and cool. Just let him know that what you think.
Well, sometimes when you're around horses, you get a little squeaky. Is all I'm saying.
I can stop being squeaky. I don't
It's instantly more.
When
squeaky.
when the pitch goes up, Shadow Gleam's pace increases.
It's not my fault. I just like horses.
I can turn into a
Fine.
horse to try and communicate again.
It's okay. You guys didn't speak the same language, remember?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, whatever. Lou's just gonna walk behind you, like sad.
All right.
You think you just like annihilated everybody that lived here?
Add it to the list.
I mean, there was that really racist. What was it
Elliot, roll me Arcana.
egg tender?
I will roll you Arcana.
I know that this was the first place we ever encountered a bank. You and me, at least, Lulad.
Yeah.
And it was equally as bad as all the ones in Zarea and anywhere else controlled by elves.
Elliot, you don't
Wait,
get.
is this where? No, you go on. I was just gonna make a joke.
Elliot, you don't get the sense that anybody actually died here. You get the sense that they were here and then they just suddenly weren't.
Well, they didn't die here. Probably.
I like how you phrased that.
I didn't like it either, but
question. Is this where you guys learned about Rule 9?
Mm,
What's Rule 9 again?
no,
People
no.
will think you're a
Elven
mobster if you pull out 300 gold at a bank at once.
No, that was
Bureaucracy
totally
is right
different.
before
Oh, that was
Yeah,
Push
that
Varens.
totally
was
different.
That was
Push
a,
Varens Cove.
Yeah, that was in Push Varens. Also, it is also controlled by Elven banks, or like the banks are controlled by the elves there, so they have Elven bureaucracy there. But
So
no,
it
I
was- they
won
were
some
packaged.
money. No, I took out money from our bank account so we could buy things because we were betting. I'm pretty sure. There was a fighting pit, an underground fighting pit,
There was like something.
and it was cash only betting. So I pulled out 300 gold.
Yeah, because
And
it was
They
illegal.
started acting really weird when I asked them to give me 300 gold in cash.
Yeah, because you only
Like-
pull out 300 gold if you're gonna go commit crimes, which coincidentally you were on your way to go do.
No, we
This
weren't
is
on our
beside the
way to do crime.
And anyways, Lulit almost committed a murder.
Kamehameha!
Okay, so this wasn't where the 300 gold. Okay.
No.
I'm slowly but surely forming a
We
map
didn't have
of
any
history.
money when we first came. Well, me and Lulin didn't have any money. We were doing odd jobs for money. Actually,
Mhm.
because Nam had robbed us, we found out later down the line.
Elliot,
Ah.
what you see, by the way, as you look around the town to kind of just give you a more like concrete version of what you're seeing, is you can see essentially magical footprints left by Velkin as he walked around the town. And then you can just see these silhouette outlines of like the spaces where people would have been, where there was very clearly a large amount of magic very quickly. Just in whatever pose they were doing. So like you walk into one building and you see someone like stooped over a sink. You walk into another and there's like a barrel of hay on the ground and a pitchfork. But like the silhouette of somebody like lifting hay with a pitchfork.
Wow, that's ominous. When he reaches the edge of the city, does the grass outside the city look to be moving at a normal pace?
There is a visible field when you reach the edge of the city.
All right, like he can find the boundary.
Yeah, like you can see the boundary. It's almost this like opalescent, shimmering, almost soapy distinction between the inside and the outside.
Right, and it doesn't like Elliot's sense of time matches that of the grass outside.
To
the
be
city,
clear, the
right?
rest of you don't see this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lyra, you can roll me Arcana because you might actually see this just because you're in tune enough with your magic.
That's
I'm
not
like,
very good.
this
No, you don't
place-
see
this
it.
place is destroyed.
Yeah.
But Elliot, the thing that it looks the most like is a Liamin's tiny hut, but it's like you're not in phase with the magic.
Interesting. And just to be clear, like, we aren't slowed down. Yeah. Okay. That's what he wanted to check at the edge of the area. Looks like some mutation on Liamin's tiny hut. What do you think, Lyra?
How can you tell?
Well, I mean, this edge for the starters. I mean, look at the opalescence. How it clearly transitions on the way out.
Does that check out for me?
You have no idea. You've never seen Liamin's tiny hut as anything but like... Let me put it this way. You've always seen the physical version of Liamin's tiny hut, but Elliot is looking at like the magical framework that makes up spells right now. And trying to... And it's... the only reason
No,
it's
I
taking...
can't see any of that.
The only reason it's taking physical shape is because his brain is like making it understandable, essentially.
Right.
Mhm.
No, I don't see any of that. It's not opalescent for me. But
Oh.
but I believe you. I just can't see it, you know. But
I'm
I believe you.
glad you believe me.
I
Yeah.
mean, you know Elliot's not lying.
and like I mean I know I'm the one that learned Leomund's tiny hut in school, but I believe that you were paying attention for sure, right? Right?
I understood the theory, not the spell.
Okay, then yeah, then I trust.
That's more trust than he afforded you when you were talking about shit before.
That's the dynamic.
Yeah, look, listen,
Mhm.
that's just Lyra.
Dynamic.
The one who trusts and the one who questions.
The one who trusts and the one who questions. It's a good dynamic.
It's Sean and Gus.
Okay, I'll have you know, I'm Sean.
Whoa. What do you think? I'm sort of psychic side.
I'll have you know, I actually
What did I
agree
call-
with you
what's
on
my
that.
name?
Yeah. Psychic sidekick.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is. Thanks.
Alright. Back to the game.
Yeah, that was already predetermined. We know.
Yep.
I mean, maybe if I pull on the magic here, I can understand it more. And this is something Elliot has never done. He wants to mess with the magic of an active spell.
Whoa.
Ooh,
You're in trouble.
somebody's gonna die.
Roll Arcana.
Somebody's messing with reality.
Roll Arcana. At disadvantage.
Boss. Oh, we on it, boss.
DC 25. You hit it. Okay.
God.
26.
Elliot, what are you trying to do?
He wants to poke a little hole. Like, let it leak magic a little bit at a time.
You poke a hole and let magic leak through, and the minute the magic from wherever you poked a hole to touches the magic from your world, it fizzles and pops, and there's like, well, roll me a D1000.
Let's go.
And then a fireball out of it. You turn into a dog.
And then a cactus.
413.
I did never get to be a goose.
That's sad.
Yeah. We'll never know what it's like.
Never know.
Elliot, you see an old bearded man in a red silk robe standing before you, and you notice that time around you seems to have stopped. All of your party members are completely still. You hear a voice in your head that says, "You have only one question, but you may ask me anything. I will answer truthfully."
Oh, Lord. It's alright, this is a recording. You can cut out the dead air.
Yeah.
I'm not cutting out shit.
Oh no.
No.
This is going live to YouTube the minute we're done.
Yeah.
Not,
Also, remember you can air it as a
Hey, you're
premiere
frozen.
live stream. Oh no, I was talking about the YouTube thing. I'm not here to give advice. I'm here to talk about the YouTube thing.
I am gonna do a.
this man's not gonna be useful.
Ironically enough, I'm gonna do a live air on YouTube for this episode at the exact same time that I end my RimWorld stream tomorrow.
That way, that
Drive
way
traffic.
they get the chat
Yeah, that's
experience.
fair.
You think I'm gonna metagame? I'm frozen right now. No way,
This
no
guy's
day.
frozen. He ain't gonna be useful.
No, never.
No. Oh no.
All of us are frozen, but Karak turned into a rock.
Honestly, of all of the things you could have gotten, This is simultaneously the worst for me as the DM, but the most appropriate thing for Elliot to draw right now. All right. What's your question?
My question is, how can I stop the flow of magic into this world?
Petition the 3 pillars. And then he just disappears. And time resumes its normal flow as the hole seals itself.
Ow.
To the rest of you, it
That's
seemed
weird.
like there was a little pop, you smell a little bit of cinnamon, and nothing else happened.
Elliot has shifted slightly, but that, he shifts all the time.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
he's a
I'm
shifty
saying is,
bitch.
guys, my nose never lies, and something smells like spices.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like,
Mhm,
was that just
mhm.
prestidigitation? Just boop, you know?
I didn't see anyone cast prestidigitation. Just like looks around at everyone.
I mean, I've only ever seen it. I can't actually do it.
Time for the classic news and sniff inspection.
Go on.
I did
Inspect.
I will.
I did make a spiced tea this morning.
Roll
That
wisdom.
was like
Roll perception at advantage for sniff.
Yeah! My favorite, 24.
Elliot smells the most like cinnamon.
Elliot,
Yeah.
did you like douse yourself in cinnamon? Why do you smell like cinnamon? Why do you suddenly smell like cinnamon? You didn't smell like cinnamon like a second ago.
Are you smelling cinnamon or magic?
Does magic smell like cinnamon? I've smelled magic before, and I don't think it smelled like cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
Elliot's gonna try to tap into wild magic a little bit and just like pull it around in front of her.
Are you trying to tap into the wild magic of your world, or are you trying to recreate what you just did?
Wild magic of my world.
All right. Roll Arcana at disadvantage.
Well,
Because-
it's gonna be disadvantage anyways.
Because you are not... Well, actually, it was...
Right.
Well, it was mostly because you're not a wild magic-based caster, so... You watch Nuzin, or more sense than watch. Like, none of you can really see what Elliot's doing right now. As Elliot, you construct essentially like a cage of structure around a moat of wild magic. In the astral plane, like in the weave, and then summon it into your hand and hold it out to Nuzin as it becomes a physical object with the wild magic inside.
Big snort.
It does not smell like cinnamon. We lost Rosie.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Your video vanished. Did you?
Oh.
There you
It does not smell like cinnamon. It smells
Yeah, no,
vaguely
that's
like
more-
peppermint.
go. Yeah, I know the difference. That's more like. You know, like that when you smell like mint and you get like that cold feeling in your nose? That's what that smells like. Cinnamon's like a warm smell. There's a big difference.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Here you go, as Elliot sort of tosses the cube towards Lyra.
Wild magic
Ah,
cube.
Does she drop it?
God,
Probably
I
don't
fucking
drop
hope not.
Can I roll?
Roll
Can I
acrobatics.
roll? Can I roll?
You absolutely can. You can roll me acrobatics, sleight of hand, or a dex save. It is your choice.
Cool.
You bitch did not just try to bite my hand when I pet your ear while you were sniffing my chicken nugget.
I guess I'll just do acrobatics. They're all equally as bad, I think. Oh, nice! Did not drop it.
Oh,
Let's go.
Yo!
You got it perfectly.
You catch
Effortlessly,
it
even.
flawlessly. As you look into this cube, the internal lattices almost seem multi-dimensional beyond what they should be able to accomplish. They almost seem to tessellate in a way that makes them look like fractals on the inside.
Ooh, pretty. Can I keep this?
At the center is this kind of raging storm of what appears to be magic, flashing in all these different colors.
This is very cool.
That's why I gave it to you.
Ah, thanks. She puts it in her pocket.
Oh, that's
It's gonna become a fucking paperweight on Professor Dream Shadow's desk.
Mhm.
Excuse
gonna
me, I'm
say,
gonna
you're
throw
gonna
it
get
at a
hit.
bitch. I'm gonna throw
You're
it at
gonna
a
get
bitch.
hit and it's gonna go off in your pocket. It's like
Ow!
you're carrying a water balloon in your pocket. Like, what do you think is gonna happen here?
No,
It's a
I'm
water
gonna throw
balloon
it
of
at somebody.
gasoline. That's what
I'm
you
gonna
have in
throw
your
it-
pocket right
I'm
now.
gonna throw it at somebody. That's gonna be cool.
I'm not gonna lie, I just love the idea of a paperweight, and it's just like, where did you get that from? God.
Yeah,
One of them.
One of them.
one of them.
You know, they're good it's like God, but also the headmaster, technically. It's like, wait, the headmaster is God? Technically, God is a headmaster.
Headmaster, more like dead master.
Got him.
Anyways,
God,
what are you guys
if God
doing?
is a headmaster, life is a classroom.
Now
And that's
that's the
beautiful.
title of a book. That's the title of a
Well,
book.
technically, I was quoting I think that's a Pink song. If God is a
Ah.
DJ, life is a dance floor.
Alright,
You understand quoting.
alright.
Well, okay,
Paraphrase.
sorry, I should have said referencing. Yeah.
Alright, what are you guys doing now that you have your new paperweight?
It's been a
I'm
long
showing
day.
Karak around.
Just walking him around town.
Really?
So what exactly happened here? Like, I'm trying to figure out exactly where, because I feel like you guys learned a lot of rules along the way, and I'm trying to put rules to places.
There were no rules from here. This was a lawless time. Let's go where this was casted. Elliot wants to move towards like the center of this effect.
Alright.
We can talk as we go though.
Lawless time.
Yeah, so Karak.
It was a
he-
lawless time. People
Yeah.
were thrown, people were throwing. It was lawless.
We've been throwing people for 2 straight years. Nothing has changed.
As
Yeah, but now I can stop you.
As you head towards the center of town, you reach the center of town right about the same time Karak and Lulin hit it on their tour, because, you know, this town's like 6 buildings.
Mm-hmm.
It's not particularly
Sure, it's
large by any metric. It does have a large canal running down the center and some like residential houses on the other side, but the town itself is not particularly large.
Mhm.
But as you get to the center of this, there's still the same large tree that was in the center of town the first time you were here, and it does still look alive, although it does look like there's kind of a circular carving piece missing of the bark right in the center. It's almost coin shaped.
Ugh.
Elliot
Don't we-
just like
don't we have one of
turns
those?
towards Newson.
Yeah, don't we
Yeah,
have one
I
of those?
still have one.
Oh, good.
As Newson pulls out her World Tree coin.
Now, it's my understanding that the circus crashed with this world, and everything was
Yeah.
brought here.
Mhm.
It crashed into this
But-
world, right? So
If this takes us back there, I'm gonna riot.
Circus.
And
Right.
also, hope it doesn't explode. Here goes nothing.
Right.
Newson, you want to?
well, you know, if you guys all want to take several steps back, I'm probably the most explosion-resistant person in this group.
Yeah, so Karak,
Elliot
here's
is
this really
strategically
dumbass mayor's
positioning
house.
himself.
Uh-huh.
This mayor was a complete fucking moron.
Oh, wow.
How
Didn't we
he was
kick
in
his
charge?
ass?
Yes, but then he pulled out a crossbow and aimed it directly at my head because I'm a big bad minotaur.
Well, that's just awful. You're like the nicest person I've ever met. They're bad at judging character.
Pause.
Uh-huh.
I just threw a kobold. Then he pointed a crossbow at my head.
Yeah. It was because we were like, they were citizens, technically. So they were like, you
They were
threw that
also
guy,
facilitating the mimic coins.
so- yeah.
Understand the negative reaction. I think that was an over negative reaction. I think that they went too far in the direction they were supposed to go.
Yeah.
Like, I can see one of your citizens getting thrown and be like, hey, why are you doing that? Stop that. But, like, going all the way to crossbow immediately, that seems... dumbass.
Yeah.
Like you said,
And
dumbass.
then there was this. I believe it was a gnome. Yeah, it was a gnome like bank teller.
Uh-huh.
Super racist.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that guy
I hate
sucked.
I hate that.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever learned to hate a
Horrible-
bank, and I continued
yeah.
to hate them ever since.
Horrible personality. Horrible customer service. Just
Yeah.
horrible.
Just a
Just like bank advice.
Yeah.
News, have you put this coin into the tree yet?
Yeah,
You guys
oh,
are
yeah,
standing
yeah.
here.
Like as we're like standing there having this conversation, she's like putting this coin into the slot.
As you put the coin into the slot, almost just a doorway opens up in the tree, but it looks like it just leads to the town on the other side.
Same?
Looks like it's I don't know. Maybe it's in another plane as Elliot like goes to walk through.
Yeah.
Elliot, as you step through, you know two things for sure. The first one is that you are definitely on a demi-plane somewhere. You are no longer on the plane of existence you were on. But you are still aware of the plane of existence you were on. If you're off, if you were a frequency, you are off by like a fraction of a degree. Like it is overlaying the place before it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can still see News and all
We're
of
not
them.
harmonic.
You see the mayor standing next to Lulin, just looking him up and down as he leans over to what appears to be a guard and goes, he forgot to mention that he was going to smash the one he was holding on the ground, too. Notice that? As you see that overlaying the buildings and kind of in the alleys and in the streets are tents. The circus did indeed crash into this place. Almost.
I see.
Is
To
it-
be clear, there are people here now?
There are people here. Everyone whose outline you saw vanished in the town is here. The people from the circus are here. And it seems like they don't have a care in the world.
Hello?
Hello?
Did they see us before we came through?
Oh yeah, no, they're definitely like they're watching you have a conversation.
They're commenting on.
They're commenting on the conversations you're having.
Lilith's talking the absolute shit about everybody.
And Crocs is nodding his
Everybody
head
who's
because he has no one to tell him otherwise.
And they're just watching but yeah, so you step through Elliot and you turn around and you see all this. As you say hello, you watch the mayor lean his head out from around the tree and look at you, still wearing his butcher smock.
So Lulin should probably stop talking shit, right?
Yeah,
You
Lulin's
can
not
keep talking
shit.
if you want to. Oh no, you guys can't hear Elliot after he stepped through. He's gone.
Oh, well, are we gonna follow him?
Is he dead?
Thinking what happened?
Oh, sorry, I was
Yeah.
waiting for the explosion because you mentioned that there might be an explosion. So
Yeah, no
If there's
explosion.
no
There's nothing, so
explosion,
I
we're
didn't
going
know-
in.
like, did something happen?
Let's go in.
It'd probably be better if some of us stayed out here, just in case we need to get you back. Should we like tie a rope to you?
If you want to.
Oh, that's
I
not
think
gonna
it'll be
work. That
okay,
rope's
though.
gonna cut the minute they go through the tree.
We don't know that.
Yeah.
I know you don't. I'm talking on the
Oh.
other side of the
Oh
thing.
my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
here. You know what?
Um,
I'll just give
yeah.
you this rope out of my pack.
Okay.
You just hold on, like tie it to your.
Elliot
We'll tie it
just
to your
goes-
wrist.
You know, I'm not that worried about this because if Elliot's right and it's at a different plane, I can come back. Like you know,
That's
it's okay.
true. I guess you could just banish yourself out of there, right?
I could banish myself. I also have plane shift, so
Oh, well.
Elliot
So
just
anyway.
walks through the doorway
So,
again.
so it's banished.
Yeah, Elliot just rematerializes
plan?
in front of you.
Oh,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Elliot.
Are
Okay,
you
hi.
coming?
Should we go in? Yeah.
Are you
Okay, let's
coming?
go.
There's stuff over there.
Yeah. As Elliot walks back through.
Okay, let's go.
He said that like we should have assumed that.
I don't know. He always says stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, follow through.
All right.
Let's go.
Never seen a tree with a coin slot before, and Karak just goes through the door with everybody else.
As
Like, this is so neat.
Newson, as you're the last one through, on the other side, you see kind of just like a tray with your coins sitting in it.
Tray?
A tray.
Like attached to the tree?
Yep.
Oh. Interesting. She picks up her coin.
The door closes behind you. There is no symbol to open the tree on this side.
Well.
I mean, that doesn't
Puts it back
necessarily
in the
mean there
tray?
isn't one. There's just not one you immediately see.
Okay, interesting.
But yeah, you see a ton of people everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Like, this is a bustling, healthy community.
Wow, there's so many people. Hello.
Oh,
What's going on?
you picked up new people.
We picked up
Me?
one new guy.
My name's Karak, and Karak just holds out their hand to shake.
You absolute motherfucker of a man. How dare you?
Huh?
Hang on. I have these fuckers' names here somewhere.
Yeah,
What's
now you
your
gotta- You know, I probably have a lot of
Uh,
their names actually written down because it's from the
That's so
early
funny.
campaign when I was taking thorough notes, but I am not home with my
To
notebook.
be real, I did that on instinct. I didn't realize I had asked their name. That's my bad.
So funny.
Sorry.
Besides Mr. Mayor.
This is gonna
That's
be
all he has to
super
say.
weird one.
You, I'll be real. I thought that we were going to find a whole nother group of people bad Karak fucked over.
It's
This is
okay.
gonna-
I mean, I don't remember any of their names off the top of my head. I just remember that the tavern owner that we originally talked to is the wife of the mayor.
Yes. Well,
And yeah.
Croc, good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
So, you all came here for sanctuary too, then?
Sanctuary.
Against the storm that's coming?
You
How long
mean
have you
the
been
end
here?
of the world?
Been here probably 8 months, give or take. We had a few people show up in that time.
That is a long time.
What do you eat? Do you need to eat?
Of course we need to eat. What kind of a question is that? No, our fields are growing
Well-
right over here. As he leads you to a place where the dirt is all upturned and there's like large bushels of fruit that you don't recognize growing.
Ooh.
You know what I'm looking for.
It's your
Oranges?
flower is not there.
Damn it.
Oranges.
Didn't you get a bunch of those from like your mom when you got the armor?
I honestly don't remember. Oh, did I?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did
because
Yeah.
it's like
yeah.
familiar flowers. Can I have these?
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Right. I forgot
You-
about that. Listen, those are right next to my chaos orb.
The fruit
in my pocket.
the fruit are growing on the ground like berries, but they're large and golden and look kind of like a mix between an apple and a peach.
Is
That sounds awesome.
Can I eat that?
Yeah, as he plucks one off and hands it to you.
Puts the whole thing in her mouth.
So there is a pit on the inside.
She'll spit the pit out, but that
But-
doesn't mean she's not gonna put the whole thing in her mouth.
Yeah, so none of you guys see what the inside of these things look like because Newson just fucking chomps the whole thing. But Newson, it's incredibly sweet. Like, super sweet, and it almost gives you, like, not a sense of euphoria, but you definitely feel the dopamine hit.
Oh shit.
Like, it tastes like almost liquid sugar.
Ooh.
It's fucking good. It's a little bit overwhelming, honestly. And all you can think to yourself is, damn, this would make a great ale.
Yeah, so true. Wow, that is really good. That is surprisingly good. As she like spits the pit out of her cheek.
The pit is small and almost gem-like.
Like I feel like kind of good. It's way better than I did before I ate it.
Let me try one.
Kind of
Just,
like stuffs the pit in her pocket.
Wait, did
Are
Newson
you
have
not
did
weary of
Newson have
it?
scurvy or something? Did that like stop it?
I did not have scurvy.
Newson, do you have scurvy?
No, I don't have scurvy. I don't have scurvy.
Okay.
I eat
I believe you.
vegetables all the time.
Newson,
No, it's not vegetables you need to eat.
you do feel
It's
full
citrus.
I feel full.
after one. Yep.
Wow.
Lyra, are you just trying one?
Yeah.
Elliot, do you want to roll me Arcana?
I think you
I would
probably
love
need to put
to.
the whole
Elliot
thing
is
in your
just
mouth.
suspect of this food.
Susan questions nothing.
This is a modified Goodberry spell that is seemed to be designed to grow naturally. Lyra, as you bite into it, the inside of these fruits is almost entirely silver,
Oh, this is beautiful.
like in color.
Oh, but
Wow.
Lyra, look at the magic. It's self-replicating.
What I can't look at magic. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but like, it doesn't require a caster to cast again.
What do you mean? Lyra's gonna try and just look really hard at it. Like she's like kind of upset that she can't see it. She's like has it
Roll
really close
Arcana.
to her face.
Roll Arcana.
Squint at it.
Yeah. Maybe I need glasses or something. I don't know. I think I need glasses. Maybe
Magic
I
glasses.
yeah, maybe I just can't see good. I
Yeah,
don't
you got
know.
no idea.
Well,
I
no,
can't
like,
see
it's
anything.
not.
Upon
It's not that hard. As Elliot like pulls out a notebook and starts like sketching out a spell that could do this.
while they're doing that, because of all this discussion of magic, Karak would like to sort of feel like the flow and tug of this magic that they keep describing that's supposedly self-replicating using their armor. And B, we still have 7 wild magic surges you can use at your convenience, so I wanted to remind you of that.
I'm aware. Karak, as you try to access the magical effects of your armor, you can't.
That's weird. Unusually silent today. You were so active earlier. Croc's just like shining like some of the magic studs on the armor, just like you were just acting so strange.
Nimblet on my shoulder.
Quiet. Quiet and still. You don't get a sense that Nimblet's awake. Like, not like asleep like you normally feel when Nimblet is asleep and not aware on your shoulder. Like, comatose.
Oh.
You're
This place
Like,
seems bad for
are they-
Nimblet.
Are they temperament? Krok's just like talking to himself about the armor. It's just like, are they temperamental? Do I have to appease the essence that they've put in here? Like, I'm gonna need a whole rule book for that if that's the case. Because if there's all oh god, I don't think that's
See, Lyra, if you use substitution here, you can see that this expands out into a much more complicated function.
mean,
I've never thought
I understand the math. I understand the magic that you're doing. I know I need to use substitution, okay. But I just mean, I don't see it, you know? Like, I don't understand how you saw this from
Well,
looking at the silver.
it's the threads. It's It's its aura.
Explain it better. I don't understand.
It's how it's weaved. What do you mean?
Explain it better. Tell me exactly.
Watch as you weave a spell. As like Elliot casts prestidigitation. Like watch as you move the magic.
Roll Arcana, Lyra.
Snorts it.
Oh my god! Again.
Lyra. You
Yeah.
cannot see the path of this magic, but you get the feeling that if you could just tap into Elliot's mind and see through his eyes for a minute, you could.
Ooh, I have a good idea. I have a better idea. Let me into your head. Let me look through your eyes. Maybe I
Give
can
me
see
your
it.
eye.
I know I put this idea in your
Why?
head, but are you absolutely sure you want to do this without thinking about it at all before you do so?
Here, give me a sec. I gotta
No,
clean
no.
my room. As like Elliot closes his eyes for a second, and then opens them. All right, I picked up my clothes.
Okay. Look, give me.
I'm assuming that picked up your clothes was closing out like 90% of your new higher awareness of the world.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And yeah.
Lyra, you
All right,
kind
hold
of...
still.
So roll me Arcana at advantage.
Okay.
So you're still looking through your own eyes. You're not in Elliot's head, but suddenly you can see the magic the way Elliot is seeing it. Like you're
Whoa,
aware that
okay, do it
you're
again.
not actually seeing it, but you can see it all now.
Yeah. Oh.
As
Okay.
like Elliot prestidigitates again, sort of pulling and pushing the magic around.
Whoa.
See, like this one's a simple knot.
I need to
It's
write down some
topology.
notes. I need to write down some notes. Lyra's like sitting there watching, fascinated, sketching.
What
Ru-
would happen with my weird wild magic surges in
Okay.
I
here?
don't know. Do something though. Do
Okay.
something. Let me look. Let me watch it.
I kind of want.
Oh, I
want
want to look at the orb. I want to look at the orb again.
Oh, the orb in your hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the wild magic orb.
The magic.
The
But I
cube.
put
The
my-
cube.
Oh,
That's
I thought it was an orb. I'm sorry.
No, it's a
It was
cube.
cube.
I'll change it. To
Orbs don't tessellate, dummy.
Yeah, God, even I know that, man.
I thought you were a
It's
mathematician.
rude because you're kind of right.
Yeah.
Also, I thought we'd rename it to a tesseract. That sounds cooler, and it was also
Yeah.
kind of like
We're not
has the-
ripping
Yeah,
off Marvel.
Like
Yeah, that's
No.
Marvel though.
no, but it's
Tesseracts
also
are
a
real,
description
like,
of a
shapes.
shape with an
They're
extra
real.
dimension.
It's
It's a
guys, it's
four-dimensional
just
cube.
it's just a wild magic D20. That's all it is. Just call it what it is.
Got it.
All right.
Oh, I didn't even realize a 4D cube had a name. I just called it a hypercube. Hypercube is what I've always heard it called, but you're right. It is also called a tesseract.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate your validation.
Well, no, I had to look it up because I'm like, a 4-dimensional cube is called a hypercube. Dummy. But it's called both. So,
I'm a little disappointed you checked before you corrected me.
well, I didn't know.
Or, sorry,
okay.
corrected Karak. He's the one who
Anyway.
said it.
So when you look inside this, so first things first, Newton, you cannot access your magic.
Oh.
Lyra, you cannot access your magic.
Oh.
How are you doing that, Elliot? I can't
Yeah.
use any
Yeah,
magic
wait
in
a second.
here.
I can't do anything.
Okay. I don't know. Just works. And that is the truth.
But I can see the magic. I just can't use it. Like,
One sec. Let me try something. And Karak's gonna try and like use mold earth to see if maybe it's like anything.
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, okay, so not that either.
As you're asking that, though, you all hear a voice over the din. It's been a long time since, well, only one of... I guess you guys have all heard it. But one of you recognize it the most as you hear an old man's voice saying, "Because he made an offering to the tree and the tree accepted." As you all turn,
Wait.
and you see, cane in hand, coming across the ground, Guru.
you're alive?
Who's this guy?
In a sense of the word.
Newton leans over to Karak and goes, I think
That's his grandpa.
That's wait, I don't know if do we know that there was the reason that Elliot's a werewolf? I don't know if we actually know that.
I don't think that ever came up.
Wait,
No.
No.
He was
So-
like
There's gonna be like he's kind of like his
you know-
grandpa. I feel
You
like.
know how like I was paired with Velkin, Guru was paired with Elliot.
wait. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So sort of like a.
Like a grandpa.
Yeah, but like not as shit as mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
your grandpa sucked.
Yeah, my
I-
grandpa, technically your uncle, I guess.
I mean, to be fair, they are the worst. So.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, number one rule.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we
do
ever
I need
saw
to-
him like as a dude.
That's true. He was just like a
He was like a
thing.
pit.
I was a brooch, my friend.
I'm
As
sorry.
Is a
I'm
brooch
so
is a
sorry.
pit.
I was
Oh,
like,
in
as
that
Elliot
way.
takes out the charred brooch, like
Wait,
you were this brooch.
I was. And then you gave me to the trees.
When
Um,
you broke the curse on the Minotaurs.
I remember, Newson.
Well, I didn't
I
know.
Just
I wasn't there.
I thought it was your power that was taken to do that. I thought you were gone.
Oh, it was. They took my power, but my mind and my soul remained. So I
that makes sense.
somewhat became one with the trees. And when they started building safe places, they put me in one.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Who's they?
The trees.
Oh,
Follow.
sorry.
It's all good. I was following along, and Kraut just pats the tree like he did last time, just like that's nice. It's nice of
Good
them.
boy. Good boy.
So, well, I'm glad you're here. I mean,
Curb your
Yeah.
enthusiasm, Elliot.
well,
But why are all of you here?
Well, we were beginning.
Oh no.
No, that was crazy.
That was so, okay. I'm glad that wasn't me
crazy.
losing internet. Newson,
Yeah, we all
you.
heard that.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that was your Allspark did a full murder. One more time for the people in the back, please.
We came here because we were told to go back to the beginning, and then the beginning was an empty town.
Oh. Well, I suppose that
I think we have some sort of like meeting with somebody.
you have a meeting.
Something with a compass.
oh yeah, let's look at the compass.
Yeah.
My God.
You know, I was wondering when we were going to start using that, because the compasses usually point you where you, like, they point north, but, like, you use that to get around, and so I was just like, I guess we don't need it right now.
As you pull out the compass and open it up, it is spinning rapidly in a circle.
That's
Wait,
not
so-
very helpful.
Does that mean that we're supposed to be here, like we're right on the money? Like we are exactly where we need to be?
Or we're exactly
I mean, that's
where
what it
we need
means
to
in
not
the
be.
in the realm that of Minecraftia.
Hello.
What are you?
Hi.
What are you following a compass for?
Hello.
What did it say on the inside of the compass? It had like a message on the inside when we opened it, something about worlds diverge where something, and then go to where it all began. That's actually me not remembering what it actually said.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to
Like,
see
I
if
would
any.
just-
I'm waiting to see if anybody wrote it down.
Dude, it's
I don't
on the
have my
compass. I'm gonna
notes.
read it from my
Good job.
compass.
Yeah.
It's on the compass.
Where the fuck
It's
did
written on
I
that.
think I put that in the BCH chat, didn't I? I wrote it down somewhere.
I don't think it was.
Oh,
in the-
probably on the compass.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
written down on the
write it
compass.
on the
Yeah, yeah.
real, the very real.
First of
compass.
all,
Very real.
fuck you.
This is well, I was sitting over on the bench.
I was over on the bench.
Third. Oh,
Nope, that ain't
made
it.
a
Where the
salad with
fuck did I?
cravings.
Where the fuck did I put this?
That's a good question.
Where the fuck did I write this note down at?
I don't think you ever sent it because, like, it opened. Like, we got it. Lulin saw the markings on it and tried to yank it away from Elliot, and then we opened it, and then it had the message, and that was like at the end of the last session. So I'm not sure if we ever put it in a public place.
No. No. Let me see. Let me see what I can find here. True North bends where worlds divide. Follow the steps where your path began.
Well, this seems like True North
Yeah.
is bending.
Yeah.
Bending and turning in all sorts of directions.
If you don't mind me asking, what did you come here looking for?
I mean, I think first and foremost we were looking for Lulin's family. As like Elliot sort of looks to Lulin.
Two Minotaurs, about yay high, curly hair, straight hair, twins. One with only one horn.
I'm sorry, lad. We haven't had anyone of that description pass through here, but they might be in one of the other sanctuaries. The trees say they're going to take as many as they can.
Can they protect people if the world ceases to be?
They can by taking them to a new one. Their roots do not only flow through our world.
Can I ask you something, Guru?
Of course.
It was the other day, which I don't know how time works for you, but for us it was just the other day. The trees, I got a sensation that there was an eruption of power, an eruption of magnitude of nature, and the trees felt like they were celebrating.
They were.
Can you describe in more detail of like what?
The trees are celebrating because growth has turned its eyes back to this plane. Their roots have connected to the greater weave. They were celebrating because now they can attempt to save people. As is their purpose on all planes that have the chance to die.
So the trees act like a gateway to various planes.
The trees have always been a gateway.
Well, I've known that, but I didn't know it reached beyond.
Like, it's like a spoon in a bowl on a table.
Description, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all because of what you did, Elliot?
God, no. No, Elliot made a deal to break a curse. The purpose of these trees happens regardless. Unless you've done something more recently.
Well, I killed Hope.
Ah. Well then. I suppose that would explain why Clarith has turned its eyes back to this world.
Why
Does.
would
Any elaboration on
Yeah,
that,
elaboration would
or-
be great, but like that doesn't really make sense to anyone but you,
We-
I'm assuming.
like we're the spoons in the hypothetical scenario? We don't know about the
Yes,
outer table.
Don't worry, my bowl is not much larger than yours.
Okay, good.
When Velkin was telling us about what he had learned about the greater worlds in his time as a far traveler, he told us that there were 3 foundational forces of magic that, almost in their infinitum, developed consciousness, want, needs, however basic or advanced, but that could focus their energy in different places. The way he described it, when growth, one of the 3, focused in on this world, it created the world trees. When power, another, focused on it, it created the gods. The last is flux, chaos, entropy, whatever you want to call it. And when it glanced upon this world, it gave it free will. That's
Oh,
at least the
I like
way
that
he
one.
told the story.
Mhm.
But if you have killed Hope, a perpetual, then that would have been a big enough release of power to get for those forces to turn their eyes and see what was happening, so to speak. You've shown them an appetizer. Now they're looking to see if there's more to the show, in a sense.
Okay.
yeah?
But I cannot explain to you what that has to do with a compass. Or
How did
something
you get
bringing
the
you
compass,
here.
Elliot?
The guy gave it to him.
Yeah.
What was just a guy? Just anything
I mean,
important about the guy? Anything interesting?
Elliot
Feelings,
will
vibes,
describe the
insight?
guy. He found me on top of a mountain. Said he'd been waiting.
That seems weird. The guy you've never met has been waiting for you. To give you
Especially
Yeah.
especially at the top of a mountain. You don't just stand on random mountains. Just like that's not a place people would just expect you to be, right?
Well, I don't think it is, but I
Brennan
haven't
did
been to
make
many
me stand on
mountains in a
top of
couple
mountains
years.
once.
I mean,
Oh, I
there are
remember.
beautiful views there.
Yeah. I guess
There
I
were
probably should have questioned who that guy was.
some who were sent to this sanctuary, and from what we've heard, others who say that a person appeared to them and guided them there. There's somebody in this very sanctuary who might have more to say on that topic.
Will you show us to them?
I will, but you have to promise not to start any fights before you see them.
I know who it is.
I think I just
All right.
put
I
it
won't
together
fight
as well.
anybody.
I can assure you that it's not who you think it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I promise not to fight anybody.
As he leads you back to the tavern, which appears to have a very large tent behind it.
I didn't promise shit.
Yeah, right. I didn't promise either. No, I promise.
As you all head inside, and Guru says, "My old friend, there's some people here to see you." As a hulking form kind of sits up from under a blanket and turns around, as you just hear, "Well, look who it is. My old something something somethings." as Mazebreaker leans into the light.
Oh, okay. That's not who I
Breaker!
thought it was.
Huh? It's not who you
That's
thought it
not who I
was?
thought it. No.
Good to see you again.
How are you now?
Not so bad, and yourselves?
Well, you know,
Oh,
We're
another
okay.
day.
another day, another
I heard your message.
catastrophe.
You did?
I did.
Did you like it?
Oh, that one, right.
I did. It wasn't bad.
Nice.
Good
I feel like I
speech.
could have enunciated more.
Yes, you could have jumped a little
Yeah,
bit better.
I
I feel
kinda
like some
didn't realize it was
rehearsals would have been
on,
good, but I understand that
yeah.
battle speeches rarely happen like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do you want? If you're here to
We
recruit,
were told you
we're
were
not
guided
going.
here. I'm not here to recruit. I have questions about who guided you here.
Ah, the giant.
Giant.
Aye.
Don't you?
Was the guy I saw a giant?
No.
Yeah. Tell me about him.
You gave me this here thing. As he tosses you something. It appears to be a flattened compass.
Was it
Did you
always
break it?
It wasn't as tough as I expected. Once I got here, it kind of lost all of the toughness it had through the journey.
So,
He gave each of us one, me and the other warlocks. Sent us all to different sanctuaries.
interesting?
Said something about should anyone fall, the ideas would still persist.
What ideas?
I think all of it. We've got people from everywhere here. We've got people from as far away as bourgeoisie.
I see. Well,
I mean, we had someone from Nawadia show up not 2 weeks ago.
Nawadia. Can Karak roll a history check on that?
Sure.
Here we go. History.
Oh, I don't have my screen up. What'd you roll?
14.
14. Nawadia is a land primarily made up of islands. Sir said that it was always rumored that the dwarves had the ability to travel between planes somehow, or at least between continents, but you never heard anything solid on it.
Yeah, I think
Sounds-
that's the
that
place when
sounds
we were looking
familiar.
at the map that we were like, it looks like fingers.
That makes sense. What
oh,
a-
right when we were trying to
guess-
name all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Something about traveling. This,
So,
I really have to figure out how the other guy organized everything up here.
so we sent you all here then.
Mhm.
yeah. I'm not sure why.
Problem. I'm assuming
the-
we need something to save the world here.
Do the compasses meld together?
Yeah, we could make a mega compass with all of the compasses. Smash them together.
No. No.
Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
well, what were you looking for?
Well, primarily Lulin's kids.
Also, kind of. Originally, we talked about finding Spectra, but I don't think that was related. I guess this is more. I mean, he gave it to you, Elliot, before you rejoined us. So, what were you looking for then?
I don't know. I don't know why you would give me this now.
We're doing that thing again where we just go where people point us, the direction that people point us in, and don't really question why.
Maybe this place is safe. This place is, even if the world ends, supposedly the people here will be okay, right?
I mean,
I got that. That's correct in my brain.
we're getting ready. The trees seem to think that there's some sort of attack coming.
Maybe they gave you that compass, Elliot, so anybody who doesn't want to fight or that we don't want risking their lives in this fight have a place to go.
Newson, you feel
I
that
mean-
whisper of a thought through the back of your head again. You're looking at the wrong target.
Like getting frustrated. She's like tapping her foot and like pacing a little bit.
But between me and the other warlocks, we should be able to hold that little door.
Mm-hmm. Who is everybody, by the way?
He stand.
Me stand?
Do these stand if the world trees are destroyed?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Seems like I need to go ask a world tree.
I mean, this one connects to the one in. I mean, destroyed? No, because from what I understand, there's still a sanctuary outside Stipvale. You have to get through it through the tree, though.
I see.
This one's a unique exception, the trees said. From when the sentient races first stepped onto this plane. Because Rook's Rest is where they did it.
I see. Well, I might have to go ask some trees the questions then.
Yeah, you can do that from here.
I assumed I could. It is their space.
Space where?
What?
The trees are here. Elliot.
Yeah, it's their space.
Yeah. So what do you want to ask them?
Yeah. I don't know what they're worried about, what the attack is, how they could destroy this place.
Oh! You meant specific questions. Trees give us more of feelings. We don't have anybody who can
Yeah.
talk to them that well.
Yeah, the world trees tend to bring out strong emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've just been assuming it's an attack because we felt fear, anxiety, trepidation, those sorts of things.
Ah, yeah, demons.
Well,
An impending sense of doom.
demons.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it hasn't gotten bad yet. I mean, at this point, we still have all the doors from the circus open.
Yeah.
So, if you needed to get anywhere.
I mean,
It's all right. We can get there. Get places too.
yeah, we were given some little Croc just kind of is playing with like the rune stone that they got from Roran a while back. Found a good way to get around pretty fast, which is nice. Also, I do have to ask, how's everybody been doing the warlocks and all that?
I mean, they seem good.
Good to hear.
At least the ones from Vilkin's army. I don't know about your ilk.
I mean, just because they were from Velkin's army doesn't mean they're not my ilk. They're people all the same, right?
Alright, you lot made me see that.
Yeah.
If I can ask, why'd you walk away from the fight? I mean, back there in that prison, I thought for sure. I thought we'd see each other on the battleground again, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I didn't know who was right and who was wrong.
There's no shame in abstaining.
So I stopped doing it.
Yeah.
I forgot he had a Jersey accent until just this moment.
Sometimes the best
Right.
decision that you can make is not to participate. Sometimes a bigger mistake is trying to do what's right when there's no wrong answer, when there's no right answer.
I think the biggest mistake is whether you go looking for a fight or whether a fight finds you.
Yeah.
If a fight finds you and you fight, that's fine. But if you go looking for it,
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to realize why I like talking to you in back home. It's very nice.
mm,
Mm-hmm. It's nice seeing you again, by the way.
well, we are on one of the few lifeboats that's leaving whatever's about to happen. So, alright, I'd say it's a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you all staying? If you have a coin, family, friends, we can try and get them.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have a coin, and it would be nice to see family and friends safe, I guess, but
Mhm.
we aren't staying. Or, well, I guess I can't speak for everyone. I'm not staying.
Neither am I.
If you're not staying, I'm not.
Mhm. Let's be honest. There's still a couple people who would probably have a smile on their face if they knew I had died actually doing something worthwhile.
I just can't shake the feeling that we're chasing the wrong, I don't know, monster. Again,
And
drive me crazy.
if this is the wrong monster, then what's the right one?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, I think if I had that answer on board, I'd have offered it.
Well, which monster are you chasing?
Guess
Yeah.
right now, Astra Leone.
Well, I do not think that is the wrong monster. Having said that, it is a very smart monster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't
So what does
encountered
it want you to do?
monsters.
Let me give you some old-timey advice from someone who
trying to
used to fight
figure
gods
that
for a
out.
living.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think he wants you to do?
Well, we already did one of the things that he wanted us to do.
Which was?
Kill Hope.
Ah, okay. So what does he want you to do now?
Come fight him. Pretty sure.
I still think he wants us to avoid that fight. Why else would you see that vision?
Talking to Lyra about the phrasing of that vision, and the fact that Spectra, when Spectra was speaking to Astra Leone, you know, in the vision, I was amidst the bodies of people who had died, but Spectra was speaking like future tense. He said you wouldn't need your armies. Not you didn't need your armies. Most of the time when I see a vision of the future, people speak as if it is happening currently.
Well, that makes sense for Spectra.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's essentially magic. It doesn't perceive time like we do. If it had a glimpse of it, that's the whole reason it can't be in elves. It's because it burns out their minds. There's too much there. It runs through the information too fast. If it touched something that could see forward, it could have been sending you a message in the future from the past.
Spectra sees everything like a book. They can just flip to the different parts and write in it and write in it and then like messages, not actually changing the story itself, but being able to send messages along to other readers.
So what did he tell you?
That we wouldn't need our armies, or You don't think the message was to scare us to try and get more people into these lifeboats, for lack of a better term, do you?
Know if he knows about these lifeboats. I mean, it didn't have anything to do with this, really. Well,
Did
I
it
guess
not?
when we arrived at the city, it did feel kind of similar to how it felt in the vision. Like in the vision, you know how while we were there, Elliot was messing with the plants and like you could move them into
Yeah.
different positions and they would stay. When
Yeah.
I was there, I noticed, because Brester is built at the base of a world tree, so it's kind of an ever-present noise to hear, like the sound of the world tree, like the creaking and the, movement of branches and the sound of leaves and things like that. But when I was there, it was very specifically like that was absent. I could still hear the sound of my own feet and when we walked, but other than that, it had sort of that frozen feeling to it.
You had a vision of Bresta?
Yeah. Um, when I was kind of triggered by something that Karak said, that sometimes it's important to have someone who knows why you're fighting, even if they aren't the one fighting.
Yeah.
Which triggered this vision of Spectra and Astra Leone within the gates of Brester, and everybody that we know and love that has offered to fight with us dead outside, and he was saying, or Spectra was saying to Astra Leone that uh, one little push and you wouldn't even need your armies. They'd turn on each other. And, Astra Leone was kind of reveling in that about the envy and greed. And then they started heading to the Echo Garden. So
Well,
I
that
followed.
doesn't make a lot of sense.
What do you mean?
Well, you said he's got an army of demons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be worried about not having them unless he needed them somewhere else.
Didn't even think about that. Where else would he need them? You'd think that destroying the plane would be kind of the priority, but I'm,
I mean,
we're not aware of another fight, but I guess that doesn't mean it's not happening.
what does Astraleon need to destroy a plane? Besides just because he's a god, yes, but like, what is
He's done it,
required
like,
to
10
destroy a
What-
times.
plane?
I have
I
a
don't know.
potentially dangerous question.
Mhm.
Okay.
What do you think is more important to Astara Leone? Destroying the plane or making sure nobody survives it?
Well, probably making sure nobody survives it, because currently his sort of, I mean, he's living in this delusion of being inspiration when he's actually greed. And that facade is like cracking, and he's putting a lot of energy into trying to maintain it. I did see that in the vision.
Last we saw him in the flesh, he said something about putting the book back up on the shelf and not taking it back again. Just calling it here, being done. No more worlds, no more anything after.
And I think I know where his armies are going. And I think I know why the trees are worried we're going to
sanctuaries.
be attacked.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So they plan on attacking the trees, or might be planning on attacking the trees to make sure that no one survives the end of the world, attacking the lifeboats.
Do you think that's the reason why the demons were at your home, Karak?
There is a world tree there now.
Yeah. That is the only place we've seen them in mass.
Does
Around.
this change the plan?
It's certainly.
If anything, I think it changes. It doesn't change what we're going to do, but it probably changes where we're putting pieces.
I think it just changes
Make-
the order in what we do things and how we do things, but I think
Make-
overall, it's just.
Sounds like they might not have army. They might not end up having any armies at Bruster, and instead we'll have armies at the World Trees.
But isn't the Shadow Garden the most important thing?
Yeah, that
For
I mean-
ending the
garden.
world, but not for getting rid of everybody. They want to.
Well, not
Assuming
everybody
that-
will be
assuming
killed
that
if
that's
they
fair.
are not in these sanctuaries.
Is attacking the world trees attempting to have us split up? Maybe a diversion? Maybe
Divide and
to
conquer.
split power? Maybe to. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Which is all
There might be something. Spectra's a lot of things. But they are a survivor. And if they're in the mind of one person in one sanctuary, they live.
Mm-hmm. And big question: what's up with the magic here?
The trees
Like,
don't grant
what-
you permission to use it, you can't.
Okay. So, how would that affect Spectra?
Spectra's
Spectra-
a magical being. They don't use magic, they are magic. They persist through the trees.
Yeah, I could
Similar
do
similar
my
to a
mind state.
similar to a familiar or your friend going into people's minds.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is not
that-
magic drawn from the world around you. That is what the trees are preventing you from pulling on.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate the. It's nice. Just,
Yeah, no problem.
yeah, magic is weird, but very neat.
With the knowledge that the trees allow magic to do things, I'm gonna cast detect magic
You can.
specifically like on the trees, like area. If I could target the tree, that would be the target.
Oh, this whole place is built of magic. The minute you
then-
cast it, you are absolutely fucking overwhelmed. It is like touching a world tree root and trying to talk to it.
Yeah.
You are some way, somehow, within the soul of the tree itself.
Yeah.
It feels material, but you know that it is not.
With this detect magic, can I roll a Arcana to try and deep dive some more?
Oh, you sure fucking can, buddy. Roll me Arcana.
Did and done. Solid 12
Cool.
plus 0.
Well, we will
Solid.
find out after the holidays what the result of that is.
Wow.
Not the cliffhanger.
It's okay, we're
Oh,
not playing
boy.
for like 3 weeks anyways.
Yeah.
All right, everybody,
time.
thank you for joining us. Thank you for having a wonderful time. I'm PT, your disaster tour guide. And these are all of our wonderful players. We have Lulin Bold Speaker, played by...
Hi, it's me, Brambo. You teased me with a goose hunt for my kids, but you gave me Mazebreaker instead.
Nope.
I did. Then we have Elliot Burning Oak, played by...
It's me, Isaac. And I'm always confused. And that's what I love about this game.
I don't know if that's a good thing. That might reflect poorly upon my skills as a dungeon master, but I'll circle back. Then we have Lyra Dream Shadow, played by.
Rosie. My name is Rosie. I definitely almost didn't say my other name.
You had
Yeah,
to remind yourself. You haven't been saying it very much lately.
I know. Okay, and my favorite part about today, I really liked seeing the magic. That was really fun. Having a little bit of math talk. I enjoyed that I now know that a hypercube is also a tesseract. That's fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then we have News and World Walker, played by.
It's me, the Sky Tea. I enjoyed. I enjoyed having my serious conversation with Lyra on watch and generally being confused by my own visions.
And last but certainly not least, we have Karakarim, played by.
Hello, it's Terminian Link VT, and my favorite part was Karak, as it always is whenever we meet new people, is Karak just getting to meet new people and being like, I don't know who that is. I gotta be introduced.
Nope.
And speaking of new people, because this is going directly to YouTube, haha, funny, no raid message, but you should go watch episode 1 of Bits, Crits, and Halfwits, and somebody should tell me what the name of the goddamn mayor is.
So
That would be
true.
phenomenal. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. The bar is low. Next time is probably after the holidays, but we'll see y'all then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.